My name is Zachary Smith. I will be teaching social studies to 7th graders. The lesson objective is that students will demonstrate their understanding of real-life applications to the Bill of Rights. Today we're going to continue our discussion of U.S. government. More specifically, we're going to discuss the Bill of Rights and its incorporation to citizens' protection against a strong central government. In order to better understand this, first, we're going to review a summary of the Bill of Rights. Second, we're going to discuss 5 scenarios in which citizens' rights have been violated and attempt matching each scenario with the correct violation. Finally, we will compare answers and have an opportunity to answer any additional questions. Now, let's review a summary of the Bill of Rights. Number 1, you have the right to express religion, speech, and press. Number 2, you have the right to own and carry a handgun. Number 3, you do not have to house soldiers during a time of war. Number 4, authorities cannot conduct a search without a warrant. Number 5, you have the right to a hearing before a grand jury, and you cannot be tried for the same crime twice. Number 6, you cannot be arrested without an explanation, and if arrested, you have the right to a fair and speedy trial. Number 7, you have the right to a jury even in a civil suits case. Please remember that a civil suits case is a case between 2 individuals. Number 8, you cannot be excessively punished for violating any law. Number 9, your rights are not limited to what is listed in the Constitution. And finally, number 10, any power not delegated to the federal government by the Constitution is granted to the states. Now, let's discuss 5 scenarios in which citizens' rights have been violated and attempt applying each scenario to the correct violation. Please remember that you will only apply 1 amendment to each scenario, so you only be using 5 of the 10 amendments. Also, I'm going to leave the summary of the Bill of Rights displayed during the activity, so please feel free to reference it. Scenario number 1. Amanda was pulled over for going 7 miles above the speed limit. While she understands that speeding is against the law, the officer has determined that she will have her license revoked for life for the violation. Scenario number 2. 10 years ago, Jacob was accused of robbing a bank. He had a hearing before a grand jury and was determined innocent. Now, with the innovation of technology, cops have gathered new evidence on Jacob's case and intend on using this evidence to re-invite a new conviction against Jacob, a case that has already been resolved. Number 3. Jane is very involved in her church's youth group. They have meetings every Thursday to discuss their weekly sessions. At Jane's most recent meeting, she was told that the group will no longer be allowed to meet at the local library for their church meetings. Scenario number 4. Bill works in a high crime area. He applies for a permit to carry a handgun and is told that the city recently passed a new ordinance in which they will not be issuing permits to carry handguns. And scenario number 5. Carrie and her sister had just gone and seen a late-night movie. On the way home, Carrie and her sister were pulled over, and as the cop began his interrogation, he asked the 2 girls what they were doing out so late and demanded that he search their vehicle. Now, let's compare our answers and check for understanding. I hope that this activity has helped you better understand the Bill of Rights and its incorporation on citizens' protection against a strong central government. I also hope that the activity has encouraged you to consider your own Bill of Rights and their applicability to your everyday life. With the remaining time, I invite any questions or opportunities to offer a better clarification of the activity or the lesson objective. If there are no questions, I would like to thank you for your attention and participation in our activity.
These my clothes. These my shoes. This my worksheet that I sent y'all in the email
So you think, oh look, the teacher has a worksheet too. He's actually doing this work. And then when we're going to check for understanding, y'all done got color coded. So don't act like that 5 seconds wasn't long enough to see if your 5 answers was right. Because it was. It's color coded. I want to know what my rights are.
Anytime I'm sleeping, eating, or breathing, you have the right to remain silent. Because anything you say can and will be used against you in the court of I'm the boss.